This is fucking ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's not even funny. It's brazen. Instead of alleging probable cause to believe a crime has been committed, the affidavit does nothing more than describe the types of human errors that its own sources confirm occur in almost every election, without any intentional wrongdoing whatsoever. The Fourth Amendment demands probable cause, not possible cause. So Donald Trump ordering his lapdogs to go on a witch hunt about the 2020 election. Fulton County officials reminded the courts on this, of this on Tuesday, writing that the latest crusade to find irregularities in the state's largest and bluest county is based on hypotheticals and conspiracies, not fact. Remember when they were looking for bamboo fibers and that turned out to be a big fucking joke? The filing singled out FBI witness statements that it alleges showed the search was based on the hope of finding wrongdoing rather than on probable cause. Of course. See, to me, finding things like data, history, human behavior, that would be evidence that would warrant further investigation. So what they did is they went into a court and lied again. So say you go to a court and you have this data / evidence and you say, Your Honor, this is what it is. It warrants further investigation. And in order to get the corroborating evidence, we need to, you know what I'm going to say, right? See, we know based on history how people tend to cast their points. And we also know that during that particular 2020 contest, that 70% of the people in this country either cast their point early or by mail. And those points are counted separately than the day of the game points. I could have saved Trump a lot of trouble and just told him that. You see, because when you cast your point in person the day of, at the end of the night, it gets tallied up into a tabulation machine that then over the internet sends those numbers to the county, that then over the internet sends those numbers to the state, whatever that state may be. Processes vary by state, but the majority of them process this way. And then the state over the internet sends those numbers to the vendors, the few vendors that we have in this country, that then over the internet send those points to the media that report to us, the American citizens. This all happens very quickly. All it would take is one line. And I mean, don't you want to know for sure? Don't you? I mean, I do. I want to know for sure. But in order to have that happen, there are a few targeted areas that we would like opened so we can count them by hand to compare the ones that were reported. That's it. No big deal. One of them happens to be in my state of Michigan, Wayne County, with the exception of the city of Detroit, which looked quite normal, but everything else around it, not so much. So let's take a couple of those precincts and the lawsuit that's in PA right now. Let's just, open them. I want to be sure. This isn't, some people say confirmation bias. This isn't confirmation bias. We know it's not going to change anything, but I want to know. I want to know for sure. This isn't going to discourage me. No. In fact, I wouldn't never, ever discourage anybody not to vote for any reason. I don't know about you, but I'm okay with waiting a little bit of time to find out who actually wins. I'm okay with that as long as it's done accurately. But you see, it was more than just that. And I'm going to end the video with this. It was, possibly that, right? One line of code. That's all it would have taken, hypothetically speaking, TikTok rules and all. But for the 24 contest, there were many states that had challenges, like my state of Michigan, where he won by just over 80,000 votes. Yep. There were 62,000 just mail-in, or 63,000, I think it was, mail-in ballots that were challenged, saying they didn't live here anymore. In the state of Georgia, there was one woman that challenged over 30,000 ballots herself. One woman. Now they're trying to get this SAVE Act. It's voter suppression. It's Republicans cheating. Do you remember HAVA, the Help America Vote Act, 2002, 1, I think? If you think this midterms, and I see people, even some mutuals posting, like, oh, no, if you think these midterms are going to be anything but normal, they're a normal midterm, we got to do this, we got to do that, and by no means, vote, please do. But don't pretend it's going to be a normal fucking midterm, because Republicans are not going to hand over power. willingly. Ever. That's the fact. That I believe, anyway. Okay, bye.